Namaste. Thank you for joining me. We're going to do a practice for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Really focusing on how the body receives the shape and where we're going to open and strengthen. So we're going to start seated or standing, whatever feels more comfortable for you, as we work with this rotation, really this external rotation of the shoulders. You could even do kneeling. So if you wish, you can join me standing here, samastiti, or you can come down and sit. You get to choose. All right. We're going to take the arms straight out to the side, palms face forward, and just feel the shoulder blades start to slide down the back. Notice here is as the shoulders slide down, if you project the solar plexus forward. So we kind of bring the navel in and we draw the solar plexus in as well. Chin parallel to the earth, so palms face forward. And we're going to inhale, extend the palms up to the sky. Really external rotation. And then exhale, palms face forward again. Inhale, palms draw up, reach out through the tips of the fingers, draw the navel and draw the solar plexus in. And then exhale, neutral. Let's go again. Inhale, palms reach up, out through the tips of the fingers, draw the navel in, solar plexus in. And then exhale, neutral. Let's do one more. Inhale. And then exhale. Good, release the arms. Neutral spine. Now take the arms forward, straight out in front of you, palms face one another. Chin parallel to the earth, navel to the spine, draw the solar plexus in, and then the arms reach up. Now feel the shoulders drop down the back, and then think about your triceps and the bony part of your elbow spiraling in. That means I spiral in toward the nose, and then the biceps spiral out and away from the ears, creating space for the neck and the shoulder juncture. And notice how much effort that takes for you, how easy that is for you. Don't force the body, just be with the body. Animate through the hands, so even the tips of the fingers, pinkies spiral in toward the midline, thumbs away. And we might notice some heat here, some energy here, some tension, some release. And then we'll exhale, slowly release. Now I'll invite you to join me on your back on the mat or the floor. I'm going to come all the way down here. You could certainly bring a blanket underneath the head for more support. Bringing the chin in, back of the neck is long. Now we're going to take the arms alongside the body, draw the shoulders in, draw the navel in. And just feel the spine resting on the earth. Bring the right knee into the chest, interlace your finger behind the thigh. Flex your right heel up to the sky, and as you do so, press the thigh bone away. And then exhale, draw the knee back into the chest. Let's go again, flex the heel up, press the thigh bone away, reach long through the inner heel. And then exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, reaching up, press the thigh bone away, chin is in. And then exhale, back into the chest. Inhale, flex the heel up, press the thigh bone away, chin is in, and then maybe we walk the hands higher. Maybe it's too much, keep pressing the thigh bone away. So we're focusing on lengthening out through the back of the leg, through the hamstring as we press the thigh bone back. So it's not this drawing in of the leg here, really it's pressing the thigh bone away, and then maybe the shin bone comes toward you. I know it's kind of abstract, but you'll start to find that action. Just breathe here. And we're going to exhale, step the right foot back onto the earth, and just pause in neutral. And then as you're ready, exhale, left knee comes in to the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh. I'm going to flex the left heel up to the ceiling. Press the thigh bone into the hands, long through the inner leg line. And then again, exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Here we go again. Inhale, flex the heel up to the sky. Press the thigh bone into the hands. Notice you're pressing so firmly into the thigh bones, the arms lengthen away. Chin draws in. And then exhale, knee to the chest. Again, flex into the heel, press into the hands. Exhale, knee to the chest. Let's go one more time. Inhale, flex into the heel. Reach long through the inner leg line. And then just kind of pause here. Relax the eye, relax the jaw. Maybe hands walk a little bit higher up the leg. It's not required. And notice one hamstring might be more open than the other, maybe more restricted than the other. So we just kind of meet the body where it is. Really getting comfortable in the reality of what is. Not trying to change anything, just meet everything where it is. And then we'll exhale, bend the knee, step the foot onto the earth, neutral spine. Now, if it feels good to you, join the soles of the feet, let your knees open out just for a moment for a little external rotation. Oftentimes this is tender in the hips, so you could bring a block or blankets or pillows, really whatever you have around, books underneath the thigh. Just pause here, breathe here. Good. Now we're going to bring the knees back to neutral, feet on the floor, knees in the air, and take your props to the side. Now, if there's a blanket under your head, let's just take it out from under the head so the head is flat on the earth. Feet are arms are alongside the body, palms are down, side shoulders under, tail lengthens away. Step into the feet. Really imagine you're standing here. Press into the feet, lift the hips, and then the arms come up and overhead. Inhale. Now exhale, slowly lower the sacrum, lower the arms. Inhale, we rise. Feel the inner thighs float toward the earth, draw down toward the earth, and the outer thighs lift up toward the sky. Internal rotation of the thigh bone. And then exhale, slowly down we go. Again, inhale. Draw the navel in, draw the solar plexus in, and exhale, lower. Let's try one more time. Inhale. Good, and exhale. Root into the feet, tailbone reaches long between the heels, relax the jaw, relax the eyes, feel where you're strong, where you're activated in the body. And then exhale, slowly touching back into the earth. Good. Now let's tuck both knees into the chest. Right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left knee. Just draw the thighs in for a moment. Now bring your hands to the top of the thigh, to the top of the knee rather. So you're looking at the back of the hands. We're going to inhale, press the knees away, and then exhale, draw the knees in. And again, inhale, press the knees away, and then exhale, draw them in. Now this time, press the knees away, extend the legs right up to the sky. Now stay here, hands maybe come behind the thigh to the back of the legs. So this could be a variation of Viparita Karani. Legs extended upward. Reach into the heels. See that your middle toes are essentially parallel. And then we're going to take the arms, prayer position over the heart. Feel the heads of the shoulders drop down. And then remember that external rotation. So spiral your biceps away from the ears. Spiral your triceps forward toward your knees, toward one another. And then start to take the arms overhead maybe. Really listen to the shoulders. You could take your blocks. Let's see, there's a blanket over my head. That's great. So you can take your blocks, your blanket overhead, so your hands meet something. If it's too much, to come all the way down to the earth. So we're just exploring the range of motion in the shoulders. Stay animated in the legs. You can always bend the knees. So notice the fascia tissue, our connective tissue, where it pulls, and we want to give it support. Breathe deeply. And then we'll exhale, tuck the knees into the chest. You can roll to the side or rock up. Good. Now, Dandasana. So we extend the legs forward. Draw your blanket under the sits bones. Reaching out through the heels, same idea. Palms come forward. Draw the heads of the shoulders back, solar plexus and navel in, and then the arms come up. Draw the triceps in, pinky fingers spiral in, thumbs away. Draw the chin in. Reach out through the inner heels. Breathe deeply. And then exhale, slowly lower the hands. Hands can rest onto the top of the thigh. If we're feeling stiff here, use your hands behind you to support the spine. Again, blocks are great tools for support. Meeting the body where it is. So you can bring your blocks behind you to extend the floor or to extend the length of the arms. Reach to the inner heels, draw the chin in. If it feels comfortable for you and you can maintain this pelvic tilt forward. Maybe bring the hands forward. This anterior pelvic tilt. Chin is in, back of the neck is long. Go as far as feels good to you, but think about the front of the spine staying as long as the back of the spine. It would be easy for most of us to kind of collapse the spine here and touch the toes. The effort comes in keeping the front of the spine long. Soften the shoulders, eyes are easy, jaw is easy. You could even loop a towel or a strap around the balls of the feet, so then you have more resistance there. Drawing the shoulders, the elbows back, let the heart come forward, and really draw your toes now back towards your knees. So notice if we're relaxing the feet, it's okay, but we don't get as much feedback in the tissue of the body. Lift up through the front of the heart, chin draws in. Notice the muscles along the spine as we work here. So the effort along the spine, strengthening the muscles here. And let's come back into neutral. Now we'll shift forward. So we're going to transition. You can take your blocks with you here. I might use them in a moment. We're going to come into a wide-kneed child's pose. And we're going to bring in the same animation of the arms that we've been doing, really, for the last few moments. So knees go wide, toes together. If this is stiff for you, you can bring your blanket between your heels and your sits bones. You could even bring your blanket between the calf and the thigh. More blankets, more support. Now from here, watch my arms as I come forward. I'm going to take the arms forward, really animate into the hands. Look and see that your index fingers, right? Your index fingers are parallel. So the fingertips turn out slightly. That encourages triceps to spiral upward, biceps to spiral downward. So we reach forward. Really open the hands, so it's like downward dog arms. They're very active as you come forward. Now forehead to the earth, or again, if we're stiff, if we feel tight today, forehead to a block. I want to keep the arms animated. I want to keep this activation here. Now find your breath wide and clear. Belly, diaphragm, chest, chest, diaphragm, belly. Again, belly, diaphragm, chest, chest, diaphragm, belly. And then we'll walk the blocks in, walk the hand in. Take the blocks to the side. Great. Now let's come to our hands and our knees. So we're going to come into the shape of Chakravakasana here. Hands and knees. Turn your fingertips out slightly. So same idea. Triceps are spiraling back toward the hips. Biceps are essentially spiraling forward and away from the ears. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Notice how my knees are staying deeply bent and the tail starts to lift. So we're finding all the space in the shoulders. Press to the index finger, press to the thumb. Keep lifting up and out of the rib cage. Feel the belly pull back into the sacrum, back into the pelvis. Breathe deeply here. And then we'll exhale to the earth and back into child's pose. Let's come forward again, back to our hands and our knees, turning the fingertips out slightly, index fingers parallel, triceps spiral back toward the hips, biceps spiral toward the top of the mat and away. Tuck the toes, deepen in the knees. See if you can keep your shins toward parallel to the earth. Now, triceps continue to spiral back toward the knees, creating space. Lift through the center of the shoulders, lift the tail a little bit more. Now keep your heels lifted. See if you can straighten your legs. So we're getting lots of length in the low back. And then maybe, heels toward the earth. Now notice you can bring a blanket under your heels to ground into that space. Tail to the sky. Draw the solar plexus in slightly. Let the tail lift. Another breath. Keep lifting out of the wrist, out of the shoulders, out of the rib cage. And then exhale. Down we go. Circling the wrist. There's any tension. So over time, downward dog is prescribed to strengthen the wrist, to create more space there. We might go easy. So I'm going to offer you a little support here for shoulders and wrists and even tight hamstrings using blocks in downward dog. So now I'm just going to take my blanket to the side. So now we're going to come into hands and knees again. You can grip the blocks here. So again, index fingers parallel. Good. Chakravakasana. Hands and knees, table pose, tuck the toes. Now this time, let's find a full plank position. So shoulders over the wrist or slightly behind the wrist. And then we bring our tail right up to the sky. Notice the rotation of the shoulders, this external rotation, tricep spiral, back toward the hips, back toward the knees. Press to the index finger, press to the thumb. Bring your feet about hip width apart. Heels down toward the earth or use a blanket there. And then relax the head. Lift up and out of the wrist. Out of the shoulders, out of the rib cage. Find the quality of your breath here. Belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, and belly. And then we'll drop down to the earth. Supporting the body as you like. And resting here. Pelvis drops, heart melts, forehead descends, forehead into gravity. And then walk the hands in front of the heart, lift the torso. So let's complete our little flashcard variation of practice today. So we're really moving through these poses to set ourselves up. I encourage you to take your time and really feel your body in all of these sequences here, all these shapes I'm offering. Now find a block here, or no block at all if you don't have one. We're going to move back into Viparita Karani. So from here, let's bring arms come alongside the body, no support under the head, and step into the feet, lift the hips, and then take your block so that it's flat here. You could also use a blanket if the block is too much. And you want to feel good in this support. If it doesn't feel good to you, then don't do it or use something soft. And the block comes underneath the sacrum, so closer to the tail rather than at the spine. The sacrum is this upside down triangle right at the center of the pelvis. It joins your spine into the pelvis. And then we let gravity drop us into the earth. Breathe wide into the side gills. Breathe wide into the back of the heart. Now you might choose to stay here enjoying the support in bridge pose, Dvipada, or maybe we'll bring one knee over the hip, the other knee over the hip. Now notice if we curl the knees in, the sacrum comes off of the block. So we really want to keep the knees over the hips, almost pressing the thigh bones away. And then the legs can come up toward the sky. Soft bend in the knees is okay. Notice that if you straighten the legs and you force the hamstrings, then again there's this curling of the sacrum. So the idea here is that the sacrum drops into the support. And wherever you are, circle your ankles one direction. And then circle your ankles the other direction. Good. Alternating. A few more. That's it. And one foot to the earth, the other foot to the earth. Step into the feet. Lift the sacrum. And down we go. Just pause here, enjoying the space in the sacrum. Swaying your knees right, swaying your knees left. You can take the arms a little bit wider if that feels good. Oftentimes, goal pose position feels the best to open up. Swaying right, left, left, right. Take your chin in opposite direction of the knees. And then when you're ready, let's allow the knees to drop all the way to the right. Just checking out this simple twist. If it feels good, stack your left knee on top of the right. Even bring your right over the left knee. Now sometimes it's a lot in the back, and then you can take a blanket between the knees or underneath the knees for support. So whenever you have a part of the body hovering in space, and the breath becomes labored, find support. Wide breath, steady breath. Now if you have a blanket here for support, just take it to the side and we'll roll the knees back. Realign, square hips and shoulders, feet hip width apart, and then knees to the left. Dropping here into the twist, check it out, try it on. And then if it feels good, we'll bring our right knee over the left. So again, if that feels really stiff and tight, then a blanket between the knees, blocks between the knees, just provide you a little bit more support so that you can really drop and relax here. Think about belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhaling, chest, diaphragm, and belly. And then when this feels complete to you, we'll release the blanket, coming back to neutral. Now we're going to set ourselves up for little mini shavasana. So you can bring a blanket under the head. You can cover your body up with the blanket. You could also bring socks on again, layers on again. I'm going to find a place that feels good. Palms up, shoulders under. Again, you can step the feet wide, let the knees collapse in, especially if the low back is tender. Closing the eyes, softening the tongue, relaxing the jaw. Feeling the back of the heart sink. And the back of the head melt. Sacrum descends. The bones of the arms, the bones of the legs drop into the earth. Relax the jaw, relax the eyes. Inhale, feel the belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, exhale. And gently moving fingers, toes, awakening the body. If the legs are long, step your feet onto the earth. And we'll gently roll to the right. Bring the right arm under the head for support. Use the left arm to lift the body up. Joining together, hands at the heart. Allowing for a deep bow of gratitude into the wisdom of the heart. May we walk this path with grace, ease, kindness, and compassion. Thank you for finding your way today. Namaste.